Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Let's have a look at a short clip coming from Baringo County.
Nataka niongeleshe Ruto mwenyewe. Hata sitaki niulize maneno ya wasiri ama nani. Yeye Ruto mwenyewe tulikupea kisu. Wewe ndio ulipewa kisu na hiyo kisu umeenda kupeleka kwako nyumbani ama umeenda kukata naye mboga ama umeenda fanya kazi gani? Unastahili kufanya kazi. Watu wa Baringo imekuwa ni watu wa kuuliwa tu kila wakati. So mimi imetuchosha. Hii serikali imetuchosha. Tumeangalia hata serikali ya mbeleni walikuwa wanajaribu sana. Serikali ya mbeleni ilikuwa inajaribu sana kwa serikali ya Jubilee, lakini hii serikali nyingine sasa hii ya Ruto mwenyewe amekataa kutusaidia. Ameangalia mbele. Ruto anang'ang'ana, anaenda huko, anatafuta investors. Kila mahali investors, wapi housing levy nini? Lakini housing levy hii manyumba inajengewa nani kama wenyewe wanakufa? Atajengea nani? So Ruto kucha chini. Kila tukiona unataka watu ya Baringo wangapi wauliwe, watu ya Saimoso wangapi wauliwe, watu ya Bartabo wangapi wauliwe, ndio wewe ukuje.
That's an MCA in Baringo County. And he's saying Ruto kuja chini. In other words, Ruto shuka. Azimio would call that Zakayo shuka. What does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? It appears each passing day, complaints are coming from the Kalenjin nation, and our duty here is to highlight them as fast as they come so that Kenyans can see for themselves what's happening on the ground. We've been told of a shareholding government. Baringo residents, and even today we saw some in Turkana crying out for help. The other day it was West Pokot. Those are Kalenjins. They are being killed. They are crying out for help. Shareholders are cursing the day they voted for William Ruto. And just as that MCA said, life was better in Uhuru Kenyatta's government. And that goes hand in hand with a survey that was done weeks back that showed 77% of Kenya Kwanza supporters saying their livelihoods were better financially in the previous government than this one. So the shareholding talk is only for the rich class, for the leaders, not the ground. So just as in Kisumu or at the coast Mombasa, Kenyans are suffering equally, whether you voted for the government or not. Hustlers are suffering. If you get a person pressing Ruto's government, that's a person benefiting directly from the government. Maybe supplying tenders to the government. Maybe he or she knows somebody in the government. So he or she is benefiting from those individuals. But it's clear hustlers are suffering the same across the country. Whether you are in Kisumu, in Eldoret, in Kiambu, hustlers are suffering. Secondly, it confirms that Ruto is not delivering. And this is a point I always repeat in all my videos. Ruto is not delivering. If you see Kenyans coming out to complain, it's a fact what they were promised and what they're receiving don't just match. Ruto insists on sending our police service to Haiti. The same William Ruto insists on building affordable houses for Kenyans, houses that will cost 20,000, 18,000 monthly rentals. How will a hustler afford 20,000 a month in rent? You are now seeing Kenyans are suffering a lot of insecurity across the country. William Ruto, instead of sitting in his office to find a solution, he's hovering around the country. He's in Japan, Saudi Arabia, America, Britain. If he's in Kenya, he's campaigning for 2027. While the real issues, the pressing issues, he's just ignoring, talking big on how he will deal with the bandits. But at the end of the day, just too much talk, little action. Listening to that Baringo MCA, it confirms the ground is abandoning William Ruto. And Kenyans should not assume that simply because that's a Kalenjin area, then they'll vote again for Ruto. That's an assumption Kenyans should move away from. Come the next election, we might see very interesting voting dynamics. Just as the mountain refused to listen to Uhuru Kenyatta, the Kalenjin nation, if the suffering persists, they might just as well reject Ruto. It's not far-fetched, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why now I call on the opposition to take advantage of such blunders by William Ruto to make sure they explain to Kenyans why they must vote out William Ruto. Let them go to that Baringo and explain to Baringo residents why they must not vote for Ruto come the next election. Because it's clear this is a government not getting it right from all fronts. Everything is just failing, ladies and gentlemen. As I conclude, I saw Rigathi Gachagua and some Kenya Kwanza leaders today attacking the judiciary. And in our earlier video, we dissected that in details, where I explained that already Ruto knows he has lost the ground. His only hope is to hang on the instruments of power. Already, he has compromised Parliament, IEBC, all these so-called independent institutions are all singing his praises. So Ruto wants to intimidate the judges, to threaten the judges, so that they can also start singing from the same tune as the executive. So Ruto wants to hang onto these systems and instruments of power because already the ground has abandoned him. His only hope is to hang on the systems. Kenyans should not accept that. And this is why sometimes I keep on saying that Kenyans should start demonstrations to force Martha Koome out. If Kenyans are tired and fed up of Ruto's government, they must start calling for the removal of corrupt government officials who have been confirmed corrupt, such as Martha Koome and her bench. We also have Ruto and his team. They are not fit holding public offices. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you.